what a week it's been on the front lines. We've seen some major developments that could shift the entire dynamic of the conflict. Welcome back to the channel, and today we're diving deep into the recent drone strike that has everyone talking. It all started when Ukrainian drones reportedly targeted a significant Russian nuclear power plant, a facility valued at an astonishing $5.7 billion. Now, you might be thinking this sounds incredibly risky, and you'd be right. The international community immediately held its breath, concerned about the potential for a catastrophic incident. An attack on a nuclear facility, regardless of the circumstances, raises serious questions about safety and the rules of engagement. But here's where the story takes a fascinating turn. Initial reports flooded in, painting a picture of chaos and potential disaster. However, subsequent analysis and official statements from various sources started to paint a different, more complex picture. What actually happened at this high-value target? Was the attack successful? What was the real objective? Most importantly, what was the immediate aftermath? The immediate response from the international atomic energy community was swift. They called for an immediate de-escalation, emphasizing that any military action directed at or from a nuclear facility is playing with fire. Their primary concern, as always, is preventing a nuclear accident, the consequences of which would be devastating for the entire region and beyond. They stressed the importance of maintaining the physical integrity of the plant, ensuring its power supply, and allowing the operational staff to work without duress. So, what did the drones actually hit? Piecing together satellite imagery, eyewitness accounts, and official communiques, it appears the primary targets might not have been the reactors themselves. Instead, evidence suggests the strikes were aimed at peripheral infrastructure around the plant. This could include radar systems, command and control centers, or other military assets that were allegedly staged near the sensitive site. This is a classic military tactic, using a high-value location as a shield for other assets, believing your opponent won't risk hitting it. If this interpretation is correct, it represents a calculated move by Ukraine. It's a high-stakes message, demonstrating their capability to reach sensitive locations deep within enemy territory. The psychological impact of such a strike is immense. It forces the opposition to reconsider where they can safely position their assets and injects a new level of unpredictability into their strategic planning. It's not just about destroying a target. It's about forcing your enemy to constantly look over their shoulder. This incident also shines a bright light on the evolving nature of modern warfare, where unmanned aerial vehicles or drones are playing a central role. These relatively low-cost systems can deliver precise strikes, conduct reconnaissance, and create strategic dilemmas for even the most powerful militaries. We're witnessing a technological shift where agility and precision are becoming just as important as brute force. The drone that was reportedly used in this operation is a marvel of modern engineering, capable of long-range flights with a significant payload, all while being difficult to detect. Now, let's talk about the reaction. As you can imagine, the official response was one of strong condemnation, labeling the act as a dangerous provocation. They immediately launched a diplomatic and media counteroffensive, highlighting the potential dangers and framing the strike as irresponsible. This is a standard part of the information war that runs parallel to the physical conflict. Each side vies to control the narrative, win international sympathy, and justify their actions on the world stage. However, behind the public statements, military planners were likely scrambling. If a key facility like this can be reached, what else is vulnerable? This single event forces a massive reassessment of air defense capabilities. Are the current systems adequate? Where are the gaps? It's a costly and complex problem to solve, diverting resources and attention that could be used elsewhere. This is the so what of the attack, the ripple effects that extend far beyond the immediate damage. The broader implications are significant. This event sets a precarious precedent, as both sides continue to innovate and push the boundaries of what's possible with drone technology. The risk of miscalculation increases. What happens if a future strike, either by accident or design, does result in a more serious incident at a sensitive site? The international community is watching closely. This strike has undoubtedly spurred urgent conversations in capitals around the world about establishing new norms and protocols for this new era of warfare. It's a delicate balancing act. On one hand, There's the military necessity to strike legitimate targets and disrupt enemy operations. On the other hand, there's the global responsibility to avoid actions that could have catastrophic humanitarian or environmental consequences. This single drone strike on a multi-billion-dollar facility encapsulates that entire dilemma. It was a bold move, and the full consequences are still unfolding. As we continue to monitor this situation, it's clear that the strategic chess match is becoming more complex every day. This wasn't just an explosion. It was a statement, a signal of capability, a test of nerve, and a move that has changed the board. We'll be keeping a close eye on the fallout from this and what it means for the coming weeks. Thanks so much for joining me for this deep dive. These are complex issues, and it's more important than ever to stay informed. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit that like button and consider subscribing and turning on notifications so you don't miss our next update. We read all your comments, so let me know your thoughts on this down below. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.